welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. The 50 million strong electorate in the national capital will cast its mandate in a week's time. Even as polls inch closer, the tripartite battle continues to heat up. This time it is Arvind Kejriwal, the national convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, who is eyeing a third term as the chief minister. The Congress, on the other hand, is hoping to make a comeback. Meanwhile, the BJP is banking on its double-engine pitch. Amidst the war of words, there are several issues that plague the people of Delhi. Whether the pollution problem, the garbage disposal issues, the TTC breakdowns or the traffic snarls. We bring you the Janata's pulse. We have posed the people of Delhi 5 key questions pertaining to the garbage menace and the efforts to tackle it. Let's take a look at the verdict. And the question number 1 that we asked in our Statistically Speaking survey for the Delhi elections on the issue of garbage, and here's what the people had to respond. Do you still give items to your kabadi wala? Well, 79% of the people say yes, they do. 21% of the people do not give garbage to the kabadi wala. Question number 2 that was asked was, do you do home composting of kitchen waste? There is a large number of you who took the survey, 77% of you who do not take part in the garbage composting process. 23% of you have voted that you actually do garbage composting at your home. Question number 3. The question we asked our viewers was, do you dispose any garden or other waste by burning? 82% of you have voted that no, you do not burn any of the garden waste, while 18% of you have said that yes, you indeed burn the garden waste. Question number 4. How would you rate Delhi's cleanliness? 10% of the people feel that Delhi's cleanliness is excellent. 24% of the people feel that Delhi's cleanliness is good. 19% of the people feel that Delhi's cleanliness is average, while 25% of the people feel that Delhi's cleanliness is poor. 22% of the people feel that Delhi's cleanliness is very poor. And finally, question number 5. Are you satisfied by the municipality's garbage disposal? 50% of you have said that no, you're not satisfied with garbage disposal. 47% of you have said that yes, you are indeed satisfied with the garbage disposal system. 3% of you cannot say if you are satisfied or not. So, having taken a look at this survey results, let's start our discussion. Joining me on the telecast, I start with Himanshu Bhatt. Himanshu Bhatt, the survey talks about garbage in Delhi and the problem that the national capital has been facing for decades together. When you have piles of garbage that become hills on the peripheries of Delhi, it gives a very bad name to the national capital. Not just that, it is a breeding ground for diseases. In a situation such as this, do you think in the last 10 years there have been improvements that have happened when it comes to Delhi's garbage disposal?
It's certainly not happened. It's been like this from last 20 years, 25 years. And when you talk of capital, and when you make tall promises, but actually nothing happens. Because basically what I feel is, more than political parties during the election time will do all tutu memes. He will say, I did this, she will say, I did this, and it will go on. But ultimately what happens is, even not a single political party is making attempts to create an awareness that this is what needs to be done. Let me give you an example. How many people in Delhi, country's capital, segregate the waste in their own house? The wet garbage and the dry garbage? Does any political party tell them? Nobody. They all want to make tall claims. Arvind Kejriwal said that in 2019. Sheila Dixit said something some 15 years ago, and it's still going on. Okay. And the pilage goes on increasing, resulting in various things. Because you want to give 200 units free. You want to say Yamuna is poisoned. That's for getting votes, But when it comes to the basic essentials, what is the amount of awareness that a Delhiite is given through, they do all these poster wars and slogan wars and all that. Has anyone done that?
Okay. Okay, all right. Let's hear it from the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. I have with me Dr. Nimmi Rastogi. Nimmi Rastogi, the garbage disposal problem in the national capital is not new. What are the efforts that have been made by the Aam Aadmi Party to reduce the piles of garbage that are witnessed when you enter or exit Delhi? Also talking about garbage disposal, which is clearly a problem that the people of Delhi are facing as per the survey results that have come out. And you have made all these promises with regards to electricity, with regards to free bus rides, with regards to other policies, and with regards to funds being provided in the accounts of women in Delhi. Have there been strong measures taken to ensure garbage disposal is done in Delhi?
Megha, Delhi is home to approximately 28 to 30 million, and waste disposal, garbage disposal is 90% the work and the job of MCD, whereas tiny 5 to 7% comes under urban development. We are in MCD since 2022, so it's been 2 years, December actually, exactly 2 years. But still, I will not shy away behind excuses saying that we've just come or something. But the responsibility of what Himanshu said for last 20 years, yes, 2 years responsibility, accountability lies with us. And ever since we have come, I can enumerate the number of projects that we have undertaken. The crux is that we were left with no money, nothing, empty coffers from the last 15 years of mismanagement of MCD by BJP. So much so that, it became the most corrupt organization in the globe. So when we inherited it as a legacy, we inherited a very poor MCD. But slowly and gradually, we are getting our act right. And I would love to tell you, like we are using technology. There is robust involvement of RWAs in awareness. Then biomining process, we are into second phase. Biomining is when you are flattening the landfill site. So the target is 2038 because the problem is so huge. So we want to institutionalize the garbage picking, also do recycling of garbage. We want to deal with toxic waste in a particular manner. So all this is in place. Right now, what we can claim is that we are giving salary to the Safai Karamcharis who were perpetually on strike every 3 months. So at least that part is taken care of.
Okay.
We want to roll in more resources.
Okay.
And
Okay.
our commitment, there are 3 more years. So our commitment stands as it is.
Jasmine Sandavalia, how do you have to react to what Dr. Nimmi Rastogi has said, that BJP has emptied the coffers of the MCD and it has not been doing anything when it comes to the cleanliness of the city and garbage disposal?
Ms. Sharma, the spokesperson just said that they have been in charge of Delhi since the last 2 years, and the Department of Cleanliness is under them now. So even if we speak of those 2 years, we have to see that nobody's talking about the methane emission which is happening in the Ghazipur and Bilaswa landfills, which is like so dangerous for every citizen living in Delhi. And nobody, unfortunately, has even touched that the poisonous gas. These leaks have been happening. There were 37 leaks just 2 years back, and which is like 360 tons of this carbon dioxide gas was released. That means that 57 million cars running creates that kind of emission. So we are really seriously not talking about that we are dying. We are really living in an inferno, and nobody's really responsibly talking about it, that something drastically, something on war footing has to take place. We cannot just shy away and say, oh, we have done this better and that better. This is a war. This is a war of survival in Delhi. And in just a few years, the population is going to touch 2.83 crores. Where the hell are we going to, clean the city? Look at the monstrous size of the mountains of reaping and spewing out gases full of the landfills. And we seriously think that Mr. Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party have terribly failed. It is very easy to accuse us that the BJP left the coffers free, but at the same time they say that they are surplus with funds, so the funds have to be delegated towards something which is way more paramount, and nobody should shy away from the fact that they have failed.
Okay. Let me also get in the Congress spokesperson. I have with me Gautam Seth. Gautam, let's try to understand and break it down, because whether it is the Congress or the BJP or the Aam Aadmi Party, they have come out with their manifestos and their key areas. Their focus point is very clear: free electricity, free water, women, where reservation for women that has been announced by the Congress, 33% of reservation for women in jobs. You've spoken about, like I said, electricity. You've spoken about number of schemes for women. Where in your agenda comes fighting the menace of air pollution, water pollution, garbage disposal, removing the landfills? I mean, you talk about it a lot, but when it comes to actually allocating funds and making those guarantees and promises during your manifestos, whether it is BJP or Congress or Aam Aadmi Party, I don't hear a peep from them.
You see, firstly, agreeing with what Himanshu Bhattji said, that this is an issue that needs to be addressed above politics and needs to be seen beyond politics, because politicians have created more of a menace than what citizens have. And while agreeing with that, I would also like to point out that the people leading Delhi, while they have been busy in institutionalizing a system of how to siphon off money under a systemized liquor policy, of how to create comfortable homes of living for themselves in form of sheesh mahals, they have forgotten that there is a citizenry of the state which voted for them, and citizenry of this national capital which bestowed their faith on them, thinking that they will deliver, which they miserably failed to deliver. What the Congress envisioned in terms of waste management is for everyone to see that Mrs. Sheila Dikshit in 2011, and I have it in record with me, had sanctioned about 3 lakh dwelling units in Delhi with the DDA and the municipal corporation. Now, 2011, this was sanctioned. 2013, the liar-in-chief of the country, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, took over and won the election in Delhi. Now, I want to ask this straight.
What did you say? What did
I
you
said
say?
the liar. I will repeat. I said liar-in-chief of the country, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, loud and clear. Loud and clear. I said liar-in-chief of the country.
Nimi, let him talk, please.
So, please let me complete.
Let him talk, please.
Talk, but he can't talk away.
I mean, when you can call BJP and Congress corrupt,
You speak
and when
in your
you can
turn.
call that poison
I'm
has
so
been,
sorry.
you have
I'm not
poisoned,
even-
Haryana
I'm
government
not-
has poisoned the lake, poisoned the river.
Can we stick to the subject,
I mean, I'm just
Stick to
saying
the
there are
subject.
allegations and counter allegations that have been made, and Aam Aadmi Party is no different from Congress or BJP. So let's not point fingers at each other. Yes, yes, Gautam.
Mrs. Sheila Dikshit also initiated a scheme called the Bhagidari scheme with the RWAs, which was actually aimed at involving the citizens of the Delhi National Capital in conversation with their elected representatives to regularly talk about these issues, because these have to be done with the government and citizen partnership. But I'm sorry, the Bhagidari scheme has gone to a toss. I'm sorry, these 3 lakh units which were sanctioned by Mrs. Dikshit's government with the DDA have gone to a toss. What is seen is, of course, a liquor scam. What is seen is, of course, a dump of lies on Delhi. What is seen is, of course, Aam Aadmi's sheesh mahal. So
Okay.
Delhi's civic
Fine.
sense
You've made
have
your
gone
point. You
down
just said
with a
this,
leader like
you just
Arvind
said this
Kejriwal.
before as well, and you've made your point. Yes, Nimi, you want to make a point? Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to stick to the subject. It's a very important subject, but I'm very disappointed in Zorawar that he's calling us
Gautam.
Supremo as a liar-in-chief. Excuse me, the Sheesh Mahal theory is obsolete now, because we ourselves ask media to come inside and check for itself. So that's done and dusted. As far as Sheila Dikshit government is concerned, of course that was like 15 years ago, and Delhi was just 1 crore, and that time also the Kude ka Pahad that you see, half of that was already there. It doesn't build up in 1 year or
can't
2
wash
years
away your-
or 3 years. We are in
that you've been
MCD
ruling
only
for
for
a
2
decade.
years.
You
Why
cannot
don't you,
wash your hands
why
away
don't you
that you've been in
ask
power for 10
BJP as to
years.
what they were doing for last 15 years? You
don't
very
regret.
clearly
If you're saying that, let's talk about now.
throwing
You've
mark
been
on
in
Aam
power for
Aadmi
10
Party.
years. What are you
Ma'am,
doing?
let me speak. You
Okay,
throwing mark
Jasmine,
on
I
Aam
want to
Aadmi
come to
Party
you.
for 2
Jasmine,
years
I want
tenure.
to
What about
ask
the
a
15
question.
year-
I want to ask a
15-year
question
tenure
of Jasmine.
Bharatiya
Jasmine,
Janata
do you
Party?
think because these subjects of air pollution, water pollution, garbage disposal are not so glamorous, they don't attract people's vote, at least the masses. I mean, the masses are happier if their electricity bills are reduced. The masses are happier if they don't have to pay water bills. The masses
Not
are
at
happier
all.
if
It
money is
concerns
put in
every
their
living
accounts.
person.
So
It concerns
therefore,
you.
what is the need for actually making these promises and putting it out on your manifesto and marking it as guarantees? Because it does not get you vote. As simple as that.
Not at all. Not at all.
Jasmine, I asked that question to Jasmine. Yeah.
You see, it is coming above the political lineage. I would say that this is the most important question which every political party should be raising, which every citizen should be raising, because after all, it is the masses which cannot afford expensive air purifiers at home. After all, it is the masses who are going to die in numbers. It is, after all, it's the masses who inhale in the methane. It is the most fundamental and important question of the century for Delhi, because Delhi is going to hell and we are burning, and nobody's raising up this issue, and it's very unfortunate.
Okay. Himanshu, again the same question to you. Do you think it's better? It's better, what is tangible is to when money goes into the pocket of the voters, when the bus rides, the tickets are reduced, when 33% reservation is done for women in jobs and so on and so forth, is something that is more attractive to the voter, which is more tangible. You see the result instantaneously, versus when a corpus is separated and allocated maybe for improving air quality, improving water quality, and therefore the political parties also understand this very well, and they know what schemes they will announce and what is the kind of response they will get from the voter.
See, basically what happens is, today Delhi with 2.8 crores should set an example. Instead of that, what's happening is political parties tutu mane, and they're what is called as a freebie culture, revdi culture. Whether we like it or not, we have to accept that. Even BJP had to indulge into that. They also decided to give revdis in the end. Aam Aadmi Party has been doing that. And that best part is, from my taxpayers' money. They want to give revdis to the people they want to do. So this is not going to work. And these things, garbage or air pollution or water pollution, these are the subjects where the decorated cities of the countries need to set an example. And I would want, something sort of an ordinance by a central government wherein all the bigger cities, all the important cities need to be taken over by central government and they manage these things. Because I'll tell you something, after a thing like bubonic plague in 1984, in a place like Surat, which also has a population of 60 lakhs today, is the cleanest city in the country today.
Okay.
And there is a proper system. An MCD, municipal corporation here, maybe not that big as, Delhi, but then with 60 lakh people, with a budget of more than 7,000 crores, spends crores and crores for their garbage collection from home to home, door to door garbage collection, and that happens in my house, and so I can vouch for it. Here, partisan politics doesn't come in. This is the basic civic sense which
Megha, can I
needs to
reply?
be there in the parties.
Okay.
And when the parties can do that, they can tell their voters, what, I'll tell you, Megha, I'll give you a revolutionary suggestion. These people are saying freebies of 2,100 and 2,500 and 3,000 rupees, whatever it is. Take an assurance from everyone, every voter who's been given this, 2,000 or 2,500.
Okay. Let
Nimi
Nimi Rastogi also respond. Nimi, you want to make a point? Yeah.
See, all the activities of MCD requires cash. MCD's budget is 16,000 crore, which is grossly inadequate for a city of 28 million. On top of that, there is backlog of salaries to be paid. So what Delhi government is trying to do, though it's not a Delhi government subject, but still Delhi government is trying to hold MCD's hand till it is cash rich, till its own fiscal health is better. And Delhi government in past also has given hundreds of crores to MCD to bail it out from the emergent critical situation. But with now double engine ki sarkar and MCD and Delhi government, let me tell you, MCD's health is pretty good, and all the plans and actions that I told you, bio-mining and door-to-door pickup and RWA, this thing will happen.
The things are moving.
It will happen.
The things are in motion.
It will happen.
And
we
if
are
it
very much
continues to be in
concerned
the
about it. This
MCD
is
for
a
another 3 years,
priority.
you're going to remove all the landfills across Delhi, is what the promise is being made. I'll come back to you in 3 years. Coming back to you, Gautam, you want to make a point, yes?
Yeah, so absolutely. Their double engine in MCD and Delhi government has worked so marvelously well that the Bhalswa landfills of the garbage have been falling into the houses of the people, and the people there have been making complaints. This is just 1 week back. You are in MCD from the last 2 years. You're in the Delhi government from 12 years. Despite of taking responsibility, they have got into habit of giving excuses, marketing, event management. Sheesh Mahal, they say, we were ready to take the media. Why didn't you approach the court? Why didn't you approach the court that the CPWD has misled the country? No, you will not go to the court. You will do event management, marketing, and then you will give excuses, dharna, and then you will sleep in your own Sheesh Mahal. So stop doing this. Delhi needs a leader who can deliver, and you have miserably failed. Arvind Kejriwal is the most failed leader. The most failed chief minister that the country has ever seen is the liar-in-chief, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. I repeat again.
Megha, I can clearly understand the frustration of Congress person, because
you have ruined our Sheila Dikshit ki Delhi. You have ruined Sheila Dikshit ki Delhi. We will not let you ruin. We will not let you ruin Sheila Dikshit ji ki Delhi. We will not let you ruin Sheila Dikshit ji ki
Delhi. Your points. That's the rhetoric that you have been. That's the rhetoric that you have been making time and again. There's nothing new to what you are. There's nothing new to your allegations and counter allegations. Jasmine Sandavalia, whose direct question: Why has the BJP manifesto? Why has the BJP manifesto not announced any promise? Not allocated any corpus? Not promised any sort of improvement? Removing all landfills if it comes to power.
I am saying that this is not any political fiefdom. Delhi is for everybody. Delhi is the capital of India, and anybody who wins should make a priority that Delhi should get the very best cleanliness drive, and it should be done on war footing. So let's not admire everything and say Kejriwal is wrong and Sheila Dikshit is wrong and BJP is wrong. And I think anybody who comes to power needs to work on war footing and save Delhi.
For sure, ma'am. For sure. I agree.
You cannot save, let me tell you.
Okay, all right.
Agree.
Okay, all right. On that note, I'm out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast, and thanks for watching NewsX.